SD, OT, CD. I got 25 ways I can get it, and 20 homeboys that's fully with it. It's only gonna take about 30 minutes from the effects that you feel from the bag of spinach. It's vintage, authentic, I have no limits. See, walk in the party, let the Crips up in it to handle our business. Baby, put your back up in it. CBOT, yeah, we back up in it. The West Coast do the most, take a drag of the dope. House party like a motherfucker full of my folks. Hen dog, OE, and a couple of P's. Pile of seeds, weed, and a couple of G's. Ooh, wee, I got the mic, it's my turn. The roof is on fire, let that motherfucker burn. We don't need no water if your daughter is hot. Just send her to the dog so I can whoop-de-wop.
Sexy girl, you came to party. You and your girlfriend, three's company. Girl, I don't mind fun times. Oh, baby, let me see you walk. Step to me this way when you shake that booty. Hit your wall, I'll do it. I'ma show you how I read, how I play, how I do it.
Skip, 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 skip. I'm a Long Beach nigga, Long Beach grip. See, walk the party, big thing on the hip. Gun never tiny, you can kiss this tip. Hand, got the stick like mad. Hit Atlantic Farm for the silver sand, but I don't drink it straight with a Kool-Aid. Leave a nigga bloody like bootleg. I'm a Northside nigga, staying on my toes. Cisco nigga, staying on the hoes. Heard she a flip, ran off her clothes, threw her in the air, laying on the bros. OT, SDCB, any nigga say something, gotta see me. 36, oh, smell phone, double in, give it up, chunk.
Hand off to Jones, that's
Girl,
got
you
back.
came to party. You and your girlfriend, three's company. Girl, I don't mind fun times. Let me see you walk. Step to me this way when you shake that booty. Hit your wall, I'll do it. I'ma show you how I read, how I play, how I do it. I ain't tryna knock your hustle, girl. No, I'm a dog, it's no bad. More hair, more loud, we out getting blazed. We looking like twins, both hands too wide. 1 minute she's other on her knees. Mary Jane's a freak, and I love Miley. I'm tryna paint two Mona Lisa, one black, one white at the same time. Them strobe lights keep flashing. It's just me and you two in this room, and it feels like deja vu. Like I've been here with you two before. Play on player, 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 play on player. Girls on top of girls when we rockin'. Play on player, rockin'. Play on player, play on player. Sexy girl, you came to party. You and your girlfriend, three's company. Girl, I don't mind fun times. Oh, baby, let me see you walk. Step to me this way when you shake that booty. Hit your wall, I'll do it. I'ma show you how I read, how I play, how I do it. Play on player, 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 play on members on play on player. Girls on top of girls when we walkin'. Play on player, walking. Play on player, play on player. Breezy, Snoopy, and OT.
Three's company, baby.
Breezy, Snoopy,
You know how we do it. We the West, y'all. CB, OT, yeah, SD. Oh, wait.
What a game he's put together. Jones is going to reach and get it. His fourth of the game to tie a Packer franchise record. What a game for number 33, Aaron Jones, with 4 rushing touchdowns. Kind of an awkward start to that play. Jalen Smith can't run down Aaron Jones. Handoff is to Aaron Jones. Toss to Jones, a lot of room to run. Handoff to Jones. He's got another first down for Green Bay.
What's up, everybody? This is Aaron Jones, Green Bay Packers running back. Check back in with me to find out more.
Jones driving, touchdown. Isaiah Simmons arguing with the official, but Jones, with that effort, a strong 2-yard run for the score. Well, you're not kidding. I mean, Isaiah Simmons meets him, and you just see just the leg strength that Aaron Jones has. He just keeps churning, just keeps moving. I mean, he was met short as well.
A little bit, you know, it does. Anywhere I go, I want to rewrite the history books and leave my stamp. And I feel like that's the best way to do it, is leaving your name in the history books. And so I'm just going to continue to work, and hopefully by the end of my career, you see my name up there in a lot of the record books. I mean, El Paso's home for me. This is where I grew up. This is where I played football. So, play college here. Why not come back? Just seeing these little kids, the smiles on their faces, knowing I make their day, get a chance to hang out with them and show them I'm a normal person. I'm just like them, and I'm no different. Yeah, I went to a lot of basketball camps, but I definitely do remember camp days. Looking forward to it the night before. Can't sleep, ready to go out there and have fun. The younger kids are going to get a chance to compete a little bit more after we focus on the fundamentals, because a lot of the younger kids, that's where it starts at, the fundamentals. They need to learn the game first. Safety is always first. With football, you want to be able to protect yourself. You need to know how to get off a block, how to tackle properly, how to take a handoff, how to catch the ball. So, I'm out there competing with them, doing the drills with them, running around, celebrating with them. I have a lot of fun. Last year we had about 1,000, and people were trying to get in last minute, but we had to cut it off. And this year we took 1,205, and so within 3 days, I think we had to close registration. I brought Justin McCray from the Green Bay Packers. He's coming from Florida. That's where his home's at. So he came out here to join us, and I have Devontae Mays. He's not here yet. He's on his way. Then I had 2 other teammates who had to cancel due to family issues. And then I have my UTEP teammates and former UTEP teammates who used to play here, all back here. It means a lot. I mean, it's family. I mean, I can't thank those guys enough. They so close to camp. They didn't have to take time out of their day, well, really out of their weekend to be here, and they came. So that means a lot. And I also want to thank the sponsors, because they made that possible. I just go home, get some rest, prepare for camp, work out, do some conditioning, just get ready, enjoy my family.
3 on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Green Bay's other Aaron has been nominated for the NFL's Walter Payton Man of the Year award. Running back Aaron Jones is being recognized for his work with veterans and kids both in Green Bay and his hometown of El Paso, Texas. The Pro Bowler has worked with the Boys and Girls Club, hosted football camps, and visited hospitals. Aaron and his twin brother Alvin recently launched the A&A All the Way Foundation, hoping to make an impact in kids' lives.
I want to be remembered as one of the best running backs to ever play the game here. As far as off the field, just be a staple in the communities. Be known more for that than what I am for on the field. Changing kids' lives, just know you made an impact in someone's life and possibly change their lives forever or their family's lives forever.
The state has a lot of good history with that award. J.J. Watt won a few years ago, Russell Wilson won last year, and former Packers Jimmy Graham and Corey Linsley are nominated this season as well.
From the 25-yard line, Rodgers hands it off to Jones, and Aaron Jones picks up a first down. Still going across midfield. Inside the 30. Wow. Down to the 20-yard line of the Bengals.
Great to be back here, see my fellow teammates getting after it, just out here enjoying them. It's not weird, just a little different. I'm used to being out here, getting out there with the guys. Now I'm out here talking to them, trying to keep them focused, but it's just good to be out here.
Packers news now. It is a sad day for one Green Bay Packer. Running back Aaron Jones learned that his father has passed. Local 5 Sports' Matt Reynoldsson here with more. Matt.
That's right, Chris. Aaron Jones put it into words at a time when most just can't find the words to say. Heart torn into a million pieces. Jones made that announcement on his Instagram today, saying he can't even imagine game days without his father by his side. Alvin Jones Sr. was a retired Army sergeant and a staple at Packer game days. After leaving college early for the draft, Aaron Jones fulfilled a promise to his parents by going back and graduating. And Chris, we know Aaron Jones has always been a very family-oriented individual. Obviously, our thoughts go out to the entire Jones family on a tough day.
Does much for the community.
I can't physically see him or touch him, but I know he's still with me. My dad, he left his gift.
For Aaron Jones and his twin brother Alvin, their father was the constant, the cornerstone, and the coach.
My dad was definitely hard on us because he knows what we were capable of. The biggest thing he told me, though, was everything you do, do it with this and do it 100%.
After 28 years in the U.S. Army, Alvin Jones Sr. retired as a command sergeant major to be there for every game Aaron played in college and then in the NFL. And he was.
I would go have a minute with him. No matter what stadium it was, he was right there.
Everything you've done from the start all the way up to now has been for this point.
Yes, sir.
Now just rip this thing up.
Yes, sir.
I love you and I'm proud of you.
Yes, sir. Love you.
Whether it was home or away, he would give him some words of encouragement. And I truly miss that now.
This past spring, Alvin was suddenly hospitalized in El Paso, struggling with complications from COVID.
They worked it out so they could at least get my husband home. The first thing he just told me was to be strong. That was the last thing he told me.
Alvin Jones Sr. died in April. He was 56 years old.
It still doesn't feel real, honestly. Times I feel empty. I was still learning how to become a man, and my man left. Like, he's not here anymore. And I know he would want me to keep going. You know, that's all he's taught me to do is put your head down, keep pushing. Whatever it is, keep pushing through it. I don't know how I'm gonna do it the next day or the next day, but it always works out and I get through it.
Their dad has always been with them, so I wanted all of them to have a piece of their dad. They said, I want a necklace, and I picked out the football for Aaron and made sure it had ashes in it. What better way to continue to be with them by having a piece of him right here by their heart?
Jones was wearing that pendant with ashes inside for his first game at Lambeau Field without his father.
Touchdown! Aaron Jones, his 4th touchdown of the night.
But after scoring in the second quarter, Jones realized the pendant was gone.
Aaron came up to me after he scored the touchdown. He told me that he lost his dad. He said, I had a pendant of football with his ashes and I lost it. The chain broke. I said, I'll alert somebody and we'll get the grounds crew to look and we'll find it, don't worry.
It's so small, I didn't think anybody was gonna find it. I was like, if I'm gonna drop my dad anywhere, it better be in the end zone.
After everyone had left,
In an empty Lambeau Field, Engel searched through the grass and dirt of the end zone for nearly 2 hours.
Started walking and searching, just kind of walk up, take a step, and walk back. And lo and behold, in this particular cleat mark, I looked and I'm like, there it is. And I found it.
It was about 2 a.m. I literally get a text message, a picture of him holding it. I never can repay him. Like, that's something that he gave me that I'll have forever. It's like he gave me life.
Once recovered, the Packers have taken steps to ensure the pendant is never lost again.
I wanted to make sure that we give him what he needs to protect him and protect what's important to him, his family and his dad.
He's like, hey, we're gonna make you a pocket. We're gonna put it on your left side because that's closest to your heart.
We landed in that spot and it's been secured and it's been safe ever since.
Jones' family had one more gift for him: to carry his father with him.
I love it. It's my dad. He's respectful. You know, sometimes it's bigger than a game of football. My dad was right there, and he's always been right there. He's always been right there for me. I'm a big kid, and yeah, I'm 26 and I live at home, but I love it.
I'm Gary Striewski, ESPN host, son of a military veteran, and proud homeowner. Aaron Jones is one of the most down-to-earth stars in the National Football League. He signed a new contract in Green Bay this year, but still chooses to live at home with his loved ones. Let's sit down with Jones and his family from their home base in El Paso, Texas.
Here in our memorabilia trophy room and my niece's virtual classroom / our video game room. And I'm here with my twin brother, Alvin Jones. We come in here, we have a lot of friendly competition. I win most of them, but not true. But it is loud once we start competing. My mom can hear us upstairs. She always screaming. They're telling us to be quiet because we're in here late gaming and yelling back and forth at each other.
You took us into the trophy room. That's actually a room that your dad was deliberately building out to showcase all of the achievements.
I feel like it won't be finished until I'm done playing because I'll always have things to continue to add into there. But it's definitely a room that I can just go and sit back and know that my dad was super proud of me.
Some people watching might be like, okay, well, why El Paso? And of course, your parents both served in the Army and Fort Bliss was the place they were stationed. Can you sort of take us through that journey growing up in the military home?
The families serve as well, not just the person in the Army or service. The families have to go through some of those hardships. You never knew how long you were gonna be in a certain place. So when you finally have a home that's yours, it feels like it. You could kick your feet back.
Growing up in elementary school, middle school, I thought all my friends went to the PX and commissary to get their stuff. And then when I told them that's where I went, they're like, the what? The who? Did you know that growing up early?
Not right away, but after a while, I started mentioning like the commissary and the PX. They'd be like, commissary? Like, are you shopping in jail? like what's going on? And I'm like, no, that's where we shop like for our groceries on base.
Having not just one, but both of your parents deployed at the same time or gone at the same time, what was that like?
Oh, it was tough. It was very tough. When they were deployed, me, my brother, and my sister, nobody can ever replace your parents. You go through those hard times with people, and the people that you went through that with, it makes your bond that much stronger and that much more special. Welcome to the kitchen. This is also another one of my favorite spots. We just like to commune together and have food together and talk about life, you know. I would say probably the number one thing I learned at this table is how to be a man and how to be a leader.
See your uncle? What's that?
You guys are now in our family living room. You see The kids, they rule the house. My dad built the ball pit, so I got it for my son for Christmas. And, you know, I wasn't able to be here for Christmas, and my dad's here, so he put it together.
Is that a staple there in the living room, like 24/7? So that way Junior is occupied when you're trying to relax on the couch and maybe watching TV or something?
Yeah, I mean, he don't let you relax.
Right here. Good job.
New life goal as an adult. I need to get a ball pit just for me. Aaron, so, you know, growing up in a military home, what do you appreciate from both your parents' service?
Yes, so my mom retired as a sergeant major, and then my dad served 29 years, and he retired as a command sergeant major. I mean, for me and my siblings and the rest of our family, you know, the bar is set high.
It's crazy how worlds collide and universes align. My dad is retired Army. He thinks he may have served with your dad when they were both in Korea in either the 80s or the early 90s. Chances are likely that, you know, our pops served in Korea together, and here we are, you know, 2-3 decades later, talking about their service. How cool is that?
That's so dope, and they did that for our country, and like, you have the same sense of pride that I have.
Aaron, if you don't mind me asking, your dad recently passed. I was just wondering if there's extra special meaning now with the necklace that you're wearing.
Definitely. This was actually my dad's. You know, the whole family's together. I got a picture of that. That's special to me. We had them all made, and I'll wear it around my neck. But it definitely will always hold value to me. My family's my everything, so.
It's just so touching, man, because you tell stories about your family, you know, with such love. And I think people need to see more of that.
Thank you. So, this wasn't my favorite room, but this became my favorite room. My dad got to come home and pass away here. We was able to set up hospice and get him a machine in there where he could make it home. And we got to say our final words, and he could understand us. He could communicate a little bit. When my dad would go to Iraq, or my mom as well, they would always like, I'm gonna come back, I promise I'll come back home. And my dad came back home one last time to us. So this is my favorite room. I come in here, I feel lifted up. When I'm in here, I feel like I'm with him. Being a father is just a joy. I love waking up every morning and seeing what he's doing. You can understand why you have a bond with your father once you have your child.
When you think about the importance of home, Aaron, what are the 3 words that come to mind?
I would say faith, family, and dedication.
Welcome back. This one-on-one is brought to you by Pothole Frozen Pizza from Quick Trip.
Turn to the end zone. Touchdown! Throwaway flat, got it, man. End zone. Touchdown. Aaron Jones.
That's some love right there.
Aaron, tell me about getting the necklace back.
Yes, sir. So last night, well, early this morning, I guess you could say, around 1:45, I got a text from Flea, Brian Engel, our trainer. He told me before he was going to go back out there and look for it, and he sent me a picture of his hand with the football in it, and I was just like, thank you. So thank you to him. God bless him. You know, just shows how much he cares about us. And it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and he's out there looking for a small football that he knows meant so much to me. So I really appreciate him.
That moment when you found out you were getting it back had to be so special.
Like, you know, it's so small. I didn't really think it was going to be found. I'm like, maybe my dad just wanted to be left in the end zone at Lambeau. But he'll be in a lot of end zones this year in the NFL, so I'm excited about that, and I'm just so happy to get it back. You know, I feel like I'm complete again.
Aaron, when you score 4 touchdowns in a single game, is there any such thing as having a favorite? Do you have a favorite among the 4?
I think it might be my first one. I kind of saluted my dad. hit my chest 3 times and point up to the sky. That's the way we used to salute each other. Let him know it was for him. I know he had the best seat in the house, so just knowing that's for you, Pops.
Was there a point in the game where you felt like, all right, offensively, we are back? Or did you think, hey, we never left, we're fine? How'd you approach that, Aaron?
I thought we were fine. I approached it like, we're okay. Now we're back to playing our football, but never was like in a panic or anything. And then, after A-Rod drops that Dom Nate, a 50-yarder, I'm just like, we're back to playing our style of football. We're back to being comfortable.
I mean, that play, that throw, that catch, that ain't normal. I'm sorry, that's just
it's
not normal.
It's not.
Against the Lions, you had 23 total touches. Against the Saints in week 1, you had just 7. But I would maintain you played just as hard against the Saints, even though you weren't getting your hands on the football. You had 3 straight plays where you played a big-time role in pass protection, the blue-collar, dirty work, but you were playing just as hard. There's no glory in it, but that's the type of player you are. You take pride in that stuff, don't you?
Yes, sir. It's glory in it for me, keeping 12 clean. If you give that guy some time, he's special. He can make some throws, and, you've seen it last night, the throw he had to Bobby over the dude's right over his ear. You just give him time, and he can make plays. And so that's one thing we do in our running back room is take pride in keeping 12 clean and doing our 111th. That's being a complete back, being able to protect as well.
Got the big bounce back win. Aaron, as a team leader, what's important now? What's important for you guys collectively as you move forward?
Get our bodies back and just continue to prepare, stack success, go out this week and have the same week of preparation that we had last week, and that's what we say, stack it and come out. And when we come out in San Francisco, you got to play fast, play physical, because they're gonna be ready to play. They have some guys and they're always ready, so we'll be ready.
Aaron, thanks for the time and best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you. Go Pack, go.
He gets the pitch. There's a hole for Aaron Jones, and he's got a first down up near the 32-yard line.
And I love this, a little toss play. You think that toss goes outside, but in essence, this is just inside zone. And once again, you see some fast flow linebackers. Really, both these teams like those linebackers to be active. That toss action gets the lateral movement and foot in the ground and straight downhill.
From the 37-yard line. Again, it's Jones getting across the 40. Let's get a game break. Say hi to Carissa Thompson. Fresh set of downs from just inside the 35. The pitch to Jones. And he gets up near the 40. Aaron Jones in the slot as a receiver on 2nd and 5. Again, time for Rodgers. And open is Aaron Jones. There's a flag down again. He gets a block from Lazard, sort of, and gets inside the 40 of the Lions. 7 out of 11 now, 76 yards. Jones, some pounding going on as he gets inside the 10-yard line. Trailing by 11, quick snap, Rodgers, pass is complete and into the end zone. Aaron Jones with a Green Bay score and a Lambeau lead.
Tells these guys he's identified something. He gets them up to the line of scrimmage. We saw all of the receivers break the huddle quick.
Looks like he's one-on-one now. A safety drops back. And an Aaron Jones run should take us to the 2-minute warning. Packers facing a 3rd down. Thank you very much. Penalties helped, especially on Will Harris. As Aaron Jones breaks loose. Aaron Jones, he's headed for the end zone. And he's going to be in with a Packer touchdown.
Easy for Aaron Rodgers is just turn around and hand the ball off. Make it hard on this Packer offense if you're the Detroit Lions, and not that easy as we just saw.
I mean, I'm sorry, Chris. You've just got to shed blocks. I mean, it's not just getting in your gap and gap integrity. You've got to shed blocks and get off those blocks. And when you don't, a player with Jones' explosiveness busts the angles of those safeties.
You had to be impressed with his breakaway speed once he got into the clear. That was a career long. Packers have run for 175 yards already. Aaron Jones had 75 of those on one, and a tough hit into the defense, but takes a tackler or two with him to the 25-yard line. And Jones works his way through near the 33-yard line. John? Aaron Jones is back in, gets the pitch on 2nd and 7, and has room to run for a first down. Is out of bounds right near the 30-yard line.
It's athletic. Look at this little call, flip 8, right? The fake jet sweep, and you get people out in front, and that's Wagner, that's Valdez Scantling.
Aaron Jones spins out of what looked like a bigger hole when it started and gets up to the 32-yard line. Now there's about a 6.5-minute advantage for Detroit, but on the scoreboard, pass completed to Jones, becoming quite the receiver in this game, gets a first down. All that motion serves a purpose. Aaron Rodgers said we don't do that for window dressing. It's Jones. Aaron Jones to the end zone. It's another Packer touchdown. And another touchdown for Aaron Jones. That's 3 today.
Watch your center here, Corey Linsley, get out onto the linebacker. Everybody else is hemmed up, one-on-one, maybe a little tug of war there with Bakhtiari. And you just free any space for this difference maker.